True happiness is a state of being that transcends fleeting pleasures and external circumstances. In the teachings of the Buddha, happiness is not something to be sought in the outer world, but a deep, unshakable peace that arises from within. The path to true happiness is not about acquiring wealth, status, or possessions, but about understanding the nature of suffering and cultivating wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. Through the practice of the Buddhist teachings, one can unlock the secret to lasting happiness, free from the illusions that bind us to dissatisfaction and suffering. The Buddha's journey to enlightenment was itself a quest for true happiness. Born as a prince, Siddhartha Gautama had access to every comfort and luxury, yet he found himself unfulfilled. He observed the suffering of old age, sickness, and death, realizing that worldly pleasures could not provide true and lasting satisfaction. This profound insight led him to renounce his royal life in search of deeper truth. His realization under the Bodhi tree revealed that happiness is not found in indulgence or self-denial, but in the middle path, one of balance, wisdom, and inner peace. One of the greatest obstacles to happiness is attachment. The Buddha taught that craving and clinging to transient things lead to suffering. Whether it is attachment to people, possessions, or even ideas, the mind becomes restless and dissatisfied when it tries to hold on to what is impermanent. True happiness arises when one learns to let go, accepting the natural flow of life without resistance. By understanding the impermanence of all things, one can cultivate a sense of inner peace that is not shaken by loss or change. Mindfulness is a key to unlocking true happiness. The Buddha emphasized the importance of being fully present in each moment, free from distractions of the past and anxieties about the future. When a mind is aware and attentive, even the simplest experiences become sources of joy. The sound of birds, the warmth of the sun, or the rhythm of one's breath can become profound reminders of the beauty of the present moment. Through meditation and mindful living, one learns to appreciate life as it is, rather than constantly seeking something more. Compassion is another essential aspect of true happiness. The Buddha taught that self-centered desires create suffering, while acts of kindness and selflessness bring deep fulfillment. When one cultivates compassion, the boundaries between self and others dissolve, and happiness becomes a shared experience. Helping others, offering words of kindness, or simply being present for someone in need can create profound joy. True happiness is not just personal. It is interconnected with the well-being of all beings. The practice of gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating happiness. The Buddha encouraged his followers to recognize and appreciate the blessings in their lives, no matter how small. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, one can develop an attitude of gratitude for what is already present. This simple shift in perspective transforms the way one experiences life, turning even ordinary moments into sources of joy. Gratitude brings contentment, and contentment is the foundation of true happiness. Wisdom is at the heart of the Buddha's path to happiness. Understanding the nature of reality, the impermanence of all things, the interdependence of life, and the emptiness of the self, frees the mind from illusions that cause suffering. With wisdom comes clarity, and with clarity comes peace. The more one understands the nature of existence, the less one is disturbed by its uncertainties. Instead of resisting change, one learns to move with the flow of life, embracing each moment with openness and acceptance. Meditation plays a crucial role in the pursuit of happiness. The Buddha emphasized the power of meditation to calm the mind, eliminate negative emotions, and cultivate inner tranquility. Through meditation, one learns to observe the patterns of thought, recognizing how attachment, craving, and aversion creates suffering. By cultivating awareness and detachment, one gains control over their thoughts and emotions, allowing for a state of peaceful contentment. Over time, the practice of meditation deepens, leading to profound insights into the nature of existence and the realization of true happiness. Happiness also arises from living in harmony with the principles of right action. The Buddha taught the Noble Eightfold Path as a guide to ethical and mindful living. Right speech, right action, and right livelihood help create a life of integrity and harmony with others. When one lives truthfully, without harming others, and with a sense of responsibility to the world, happiness follows naturally. The guilt and regret that arise from unethical actions are replaced by a deep inner peace, knowing that one's conduct aligns with wisdom and compassion. Letting go of expectations is another powerful lesson from the Buddha. Often, suffering comes not from circumstances themselves, but from the expectations we impose upon them. When we expect things to go a certain way, and they do not, frustration and disappointment arise. The Buddha taught that by relinquishing attachment to outcomes and accepting life as it unfolds, one finds a deeper and more lasting happiness. True joy comes from appreciating what is, rather than longing for what could have been. Generosity is another pillar of happiness in Buddhist teachings. The practice of giving, whether material gifts, time, or kindness, cultivates a sense of abundance and fulfillment. When one gives freely, without expectation of return, the heart expands, and joy arises naturally. The Buddha encouraged generosity not just as an act of charity, but as a way to cultivate selflessness and break free from the grip of attachment and greed. True happiness is found in giving, in uplifting others, and in sharing love and kindness without conditions. Understanding suffering is also key to understanding happiness. The Buddha's first noble truth acknowledges that suffering is an inherent part of life. However, the Buddha did not teach this to create despair, but to offer a path beyond suffering. By recognizing suffering and understanding its causes, one becomes empowered to transcend it. Happiness is not the absence of hardship, but the ability to remain peaceful and balanced in the face of life's challenges. The deeper one understands suffering, the more profound their capacity for joy becomes. In the end, the secret to true happiness lies in self-discovery. The Buddha's teachings are not merely doctrines to be followed, but invitations to explore the depths of one's own mind and heart. True happiness is not something given by another. It is realized from within. Through mindful awareness, ethical living, compassion, and wisdom, one unlocks the secret that the Buddha revealed. Happiness is not found in external conditions, but in the liberation of the mind and the awakening of the heart to the boundless peace and joy that is our true nature.